Greek War of Independence, which took place from 1821 to 1829, is a defining chapter in both Greek and world history, marked by a struggle for freedom, national identity, and resistance against centuries of foreign rule. For almost 400 years, Greece had been under the control of the Ottoman Empire, a period that saw the subjugation of the Greek people, the loss of their ancient cultural heritage, and the imposition of harsh economic and social conditions. By the early 19th century, however, the seeds of revolution were beginning to take root, fueled by a resurgence of Greek nationalism and the broader waves of political and social upheaval sweeping across Europe. These ideas were heavily influenced by the Enlightenment, the French Revolution, and the success of other nationalist movements in Europe and the Americas. The Greek Revolution was not merely a fight for independence, it was a fight for the restoration of Greek civilization, which had once been the cradle of philosophy, democracy, and art. The revolution began on March 25, 1821, when several Greek factions, including those in the Peloponnese, launched an armed revolt against the Ottoman Empire. It was a difficult and chaotic start, as the Greek forces were initially poorly equipped and lacked unity. The revolution was, however, characterized by a deep sense of national pride, and many local leaders rose to prominence. Figures such as Theodoros Kolokotronis, a respected general, and Alexander Ypsilantis, a former Russian officer, became symbols of the struggle. Kolokotronis, in particular, was a key military figure who led several important campaigns in the southern regions of Greece. Ypsilantis, who had hoped for Russian support, led an early attempt to liberate Greece, but his efforts ultimately failed. One of the major challenges of the revolution was the fragmentation of Greek forces and their inability to unify under one leader or strategy, a division that the Ottomans sought to exploit. In the early years of the revolution, the Greeks faced severe setbacks, especially as the Ottoman Empire was able to deploy large numbers of soldiers to crush the uprising. The Ottomans, led by Sultan Mahmud II, had a strong grip on Greece and were determined to maintain control over their empire. They were also supported by Muhammad Ali, the powerful Egyptian ruler, who sent his own forces to help suppress the Greeks. Despite this, the Greeks were able to inflict some key victories. The revolution began to attract attention and support from other European powers, including France, Britain, and Russia, who saw the Greek struggle as part of the larger struggle against Ottoman imperialism and as a way to assert their influence in the Mediterranean region. One of the most dramatic episodes of the Greek Revolution came with the involvement of foreign fighters and intellectuals, most notably Lord Byron, the famed British poet. Byron, a passionate supporter of the Greek cause, used his fame and wealth to raise funds and recruit volunteers to fight for Greek independence. He joined the Greek forces in 1824 and fought alongside them, though tragically he died of fever in 1824 in Missolonghi, just before the revolution began to turn in their favor. His sacrifice galvanized international support for the cause, and other European nations began to see the Greek struggle as a noble and just fight for freedom. In 1827, a crucial turning point came with the Battle of Navarino, a naval clash between the combined fleets of Britain, France, and Russia, and the Ottoman Egyptian fleet. The battle was a decisive victory for the European powers, as they destroyed much of the Ottoman Egyptian fleet, giving the Greeks a significant advantage and dealing a fatal blow to Ottoman control. This naval victory was instrumental in shifting the balance of power and forcing the Ottomans to accept negotiations for peace. The intervention of the European powers played a critical role in the success of the revolution. Without their support, it is unlikely that Greece would have been able to achieve independence so quickly. The defeat of the Ottoman forces at Navarino, combined with the internal strife and financial struggles within the Ottoman Empire, set the stage for the eventual success of the Greek independence movement. The Treaty of Constantinople in 1832 formally recognized the independence of Greece, marking the end of the Greek War of Independence. It also established Greece as a kingdom, with Prince Otto of Bavaria becoming its first monarch, though he was not universally accepted by the Greek people. The path to independence had been long and arduous, marked by countless battles, atrocities, and sacrifices. While the Greeks had achieved their long-sought independence, their new nation was fragile, with tensions between the monarchy, revolutionary factions, and foreign power. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the epic battles that shaped history. For more videos about incredible battles and historical heroes, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to never miss an update. Until next time, keep exploring the past to inspire the future.